Okay, we live. All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm definitely back into the swing of things, Jim.
Nice.
The chaos, the shades are off. Get fucking Velcro. That's one thing. But Velcro hats with hair like this. The shades are off. I'm back looking at all the plays that I'm thinking about, and I'm definitely back in the swing of things. Computer problems, and seems like old times. Jimmy the Bag. How you doing right now, Jim?
Feel good. I have 6 editions, possibly 7.
Mm-hmm.
So did a lot of work on this card. Did a lot of work on the World Cup, and feeling good. We got Scotty Rock, Anthony L. We got Anwar Parker, Sasana, Vitalis.
Oh shit!
We're
We got
ready
all
to
those
rock,
people. We
man.
got all those people. All right, that sounds good, Jim. We don't have a World Cup segment scheduled for today, right?
No,
You're going to do that for
no,
tomorrow.
no,
all right.
yes.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so I am feeling okay. Let me just pull up the video so that I can view the comments, and then we will get into it. I've given a bunch of plays, and I have a bunch more plays that I think I'm liking. We will discuss it. It is Bartolo Colon Day, and Jimmy the Bag, of course. I think making a very, very, very smart, well-advised pivot in his MLB handicapping. He's decided to pivot from someone who jumps the gun on plays to someone who listens. And as we know, in all things, especially internet startups, but in all areas in life, intelligent, prudent pivots are the key to success. And I think you might have done that, Jimmy the Bag.
I think there was a turning point.
Yes.
The 4 days that you were gone working with the chat and not making my bets before I got in and talking them out. I feel good.
Yes.
I think we're rolling.
Yes, absolutely. CC Fitness says the legend is back. Who is here in the chat?
That is you.
No, are you serious?
That is you.
Get the fuck out. Me?
Yes.
I'm not a legend. I'm a
The
nice
legend
guy,
Loshak.
really.
Alliteration.
CC Fitness. CC Fitness. Shout out to CC Fitness. CC Fitness. I'm actually at 40 units in MLB as of right now. Hoping to keep that one going, and we'll see where it winds up. We'll see where it leans. Let me see what do we got here? Scotty Rock Forever likes the Sky Storm game under 169 and the Mercury Wings game under. That's certainly interesting. I did already give 2 WNBA picks. Anwar Parker likes WNBA take Seattle. I gave 2 plays. I did give Indiana. I bet them at -2 in the morning show. It was 2.5 or 3, and now it's up to 3.5. So that might be the right side. I also gave the under on that one, which I also had to give it a worse number than the opener at 161.5, but that has gone down further still. So that might have been a good play. Let's see. Antoine Parker says take Atlanta in WNBA. Let's see. What else do we have here? Let's see. Scotty Rock Forever says, Pete, enough of you getting your shit together. Let's go. Shout out to Scotty Rock Forever. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Vitola says, if you broke down the Tigers game, Tigers at home have made bettors $1,300 this season and not a believer in the Twins. Anyone else? All right, I guess we can get right into it. I will read off the picks that Jimmy and I gave officially, and that does involve the Tigers game. We both took the first 5 under on that one. Let me just open up the spreadsheet here and let me review everything. In the morning show, Jimmy and I gave, these are my picks: Minnesota, Detroit, first 5 under. At 5. I took that one. San Francisco, first 5 innings, team total over 2. San Francisco, Miami, first 5 innings, over 4.5. Cubs, Milwaukee, first 5 innings, over 5. Cubs, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5 at +113. And Cleveland, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5 at -115. And I did see that Pinnacle has the Cubs first 5 innings, team total over at -105. So I beat that line move. And for Cleveland, Heritage has already moved to 3. So that's very nice to see. I beat that move there.
The first 5 team total over?
Yes.
Damn. I was going to add that. I was thinking about adding that. I should have jumped on it in the morning.
Yes, that's okay. No problem at all, Jim. That's what happens sometimes. When you wait, when you don't pull the trigger immediately as you were doing before, sometimes you will, miss line moves. On the other hand, sometimes lines will get better in your favor, and and we'll see. Jimmy the Bag is given just 2 picks: Minnesota, Detroit, first 5 innings under 5 -105, and San Francisco first 5 innings run line -0.5 +125. And Vitalis is suggesting that Detroit might be a decent play as a home. Well, they're not an underdog here. It's about to -106. I'm just not exactly sure if I trust Hardy here. I don't trust Minnesota, but I don't necessarily trust Detroit. Vitalis might have something there on Detroit as a play with value. But those are the plays that we've given so far. Leans that I had in the morning. I was thinking about taking Philly -1. Although, interestingly, that line from opener has now moved 20 cents in Colorado's favor. Philly was minus 160 as on the opening line at Pinnacle, now down to minus 135, so not in 139, sorry. So I'm still thinking about throwing on Philly, but the line move concerns me. Washington, New York, I was thinking about taking the Yankees on the second half at minus 110, thinking about throwing the Yankees on minus 1, and thinking about throwing on a bunch of first 5-inning overs, just the first 5-inning over and both team total overs. The Yankees was a 2.5, but the Nats against Sabathia, just 2. So I was thinking about all that. That line has also curiously moved in Washington's favor. Not as starkly, but it opened at plus 143 at Pinnacle. Now it's down to plus 130. So that's something to think about, Jimmy the Bag. A significant move in favor of Washington. Toronto, Tampa Bay. I know, Jimmy, you had a winner with Tampa Bay yesterday, didn't you?
And I'm going on them again.
Yes, and I was looking at that game. There was no overnight line on that one, but I said that I was going to look at all the games. Didn't have overnight lines in the afternoon, and I did, and I'm thinking, wow, Tampa Bay might be a good play here. So we will get to
Tampa Bay is a good play. I don't like seeing my man Coco Bongo saying I'm on the Blue Jays tonight.
Oh, no.
He's not the only one who said he's on the Blue Jays tonight. But after looking more into Jaime Garcia, looking how he pitches on the road, I am going to continue. The Rays have a good thing going on with Bowers and the Dames. I am going to I'm going to jump on them.
All right, so let me just go through all the other leans that I was thinking about, which we will be discussing. Minnesota, Detroit, I was also thinking about the full game under. I think I'm going to stay off that one. I don't really want to double up on that one. San Francisco, I was thinking about a play on the second half. Mets, Atlanta, that was a pass for me. Cleveland, I did take Cleveland on the first 5 innings team total over, and I also think that Cleveland just -1 might also be a decent play. Although here also a big line move in favor of the White Sox at Pinnacle on the overnight line. They opened at plus 152, now plus 126. So a 25-cent line move in favor of the White Sox. Very curious. Cubs, Milwaukee. Again, I took the first 5 innings over and the Cubs first 5 innings team total over. I would even have a lean to the Milwaukee first 5 innings team total over. St. Louis, San Diego. Another game didn't have an overnight line, but I looked at that one. Mikolas has been just awesome, Jim.
He has
been really awesome.
And a bullpen day from a great bullpen has me taking the under in this game.
Okay, we will get to that one. I was thinking maybe about taking a shot with St. Louis here -1, or maybe taking a shot with San Diego on the second half. Cincinnati, KC, again, 2 pig starting pitchers, but 2 lineups that you don't really want to trust and take overs. And I said that a second half under 3.5 plus 105 was a lean of mine in the morning show. Houston, Oakland is a game that we discussed a lot, and there were a lot of people on both sides. That's a very interesting game. And then let's move down to Texas Dodgers. There was no overnight line on that one. It is Bartolo Colon day, and I was thinking in this one, obviously there's a guy Ferguson who's starting for the Dodgers. He's a young lefty who has some nice upside, not top of the rotation upside, but middle of the rotation upside, and I was thinking about fading Colon here and taking a shot with maybe the over on this game at 8, and also with the Dodgers on the -1 line, even as a big favorite line. And those are all the picks and leans that Jimmy the Bag and I gave in the morning show. Jimmy the Bag, I'm sure there's a lot of great comments coming in. I know there's some picks that you want to add. I don't even know where to start. I can't remember how we ever managed these shows with all the stuff we're trying to juggle. How the hell did you do it on your own?
Barely survived thanks to the chat. Was the one that got me going. Vitalis saying Cardinals -1.5. That was a play I almost pulled the trigger on, but decided not to pull the trigger on. Yes, now that I'm looking at this, that the 8's hanging on the board in the Texas Dodgers game, I think that's very interesting. Why don't we start there? Okay. I want the Rangers first 5. I know.
Really?
Yes, I do. I think Caleb Ferguson can be touched. I think that these Rangers, I know these Rangers hit lefties, 245 with a 746 OPS. Colon's coming off an okay start. I know he has trouble at Chavez Ravine, but I just think that Ferguson is questioning himself. He looked very bad in that inning, inning and 2/3. And I think at this giant plus 155 line, look, Twadi Latte's on the Texas team total over.
Wow.
I think at that plus 155 or better, I can get even better than that line shopping, I'm sure. Teddy B saying, Jim, no. Listen, when I get a big dog like this, I think there's value here, and I am taking it.
Wow. So what the hell do you want? You want Texas on the first 5 innings? I
do.
Okay, that's interesting. So I was thinking about the over here. Let me just see. Texas first 5 innings. We can give you a plus 163 at BetMania. And let me just quickly check Pinnacle. We might even be able to give you a better line at Pinnacle. What do we got at Pinnacle? I'm checking here. Line shopping here, 162. No, so BetMania is going to offer the best line here at plus 163. Unreal. Jimmy the Bag is taking Texas first 5 innings money line at plus 163. All right. I'm surprised by that, Jim. I'm not necessarily saying I disagree with it. I just feel like Dodgers have been hitting great recently, right?
And that's why I think your over 8 is a great
okay.
play.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't have it coming in, but the more I think about it, the more I think about Cologne and Ferguson, I think I would like to add that on.
All right, I will add that one on right now. LA Dodgers over 8, and that's going to be -118. That's the current best line.
I will take that as well.
Are you sure you want this one, Jim?
I am sure.
This one makes me a little bit nervous, but I'm going to throw it on there. Over 8, -118, and I don't really want to double up on this one. And I was thinking about if there was a 4 on the first 5 innings, I would take that one, but there's not. It's all 4.5s, so I'm going to pass on that one. And I was also thinking about the where is it? The old first 5 innings team total over fade of Bartolo Colon, which would be 2.5 at -1. Let me see, at -101. So you think that Colon might have a good start here?
I think that he handles pressure situations well, and if I have to count on either of these two pitchers, I would take Cologne in this situation. And if you were going to hang a juicy, now yes, the Dodgers will probably eventually take over this game. But I think they will do that against the Rangers late. And I just feel like there's a ton of value. When I see a +160 situation, I'm going to jump at it.
All right, I'm not trying to put you on plays that you don't necessarily want to be on, but since you are it's a brand new Jimmy the Bag who's listening. Since you're listening so much, I may as well tell you some shit, right? And I may as well just let you know that if you're thinking Ferguson might struggle here, Texas first 5 innings team total is the old 1.5.
Jesus.
What do you think about that? -123 at Pinnacle right now. The old 1.5 for Ferguson.
Nuts.
Like if this was Clayton Richard, we know what we would do, don't we? Is Ferguson? Do we expect anything better from him here?
Oh, that's nuts. That's just
a little bit nuts, isn't it?
1.5 at -123.
That's the team total over. You're going to have to get Texas 2 runs to get that to cash. Tough, right, Jim? All right, let me just think about this. I will throw on some plays here. I think the Dodgers will probably more likely than not get to Cologne, and I will take the LA Dodgers first 5 innings, team total over. It is 2.5, but just -101 at Pinnacle, so I'll take that one. It's just if Cologne comes in and gets crushed, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in tomorrow morning. Loshak is back, whining and complaining about plays I didn't give. I'm trying to stop doing that, Jim. That's part of the reason why I'm up 40 units in MLB. How did I sell that one, Jim?
You sold it beautifully.
Look, if Cologne comes in and gives up 3 or more runs in the first 5 innings, I'll be whining and complaining. We don't want that to be part of tomorrow's show. So I'm going to take it 2.5 -101 first 5 innings over for the Dodgers.
I have to take the first 5 team total over.
For what? For
the Rangers.
For Texas.
They're going to give me 1.5. I have to take it.
Okay, well that's going to be -123. Texas first 5 innings team total over 1.5 -123. I mean that makes some sense to me. You know what I mean? It's just like. You're kind of down on Ferguson right now. See, I'm slightly down on Ferguson long term as a top of the rotation guy. But in this particular spot, I don't know if I'm down on him. Why are you down on him?
I like the way Rangers hit lefties, and Sosana made a great point. He said Ferguson made the leap to AA and then quite quickly to AAA.
Sure.
Yes, he looked very good there. It's a lot of jumps that he wouldn't be making if the Dodgers weren't completely busted up in their starting rotation. They're moving him up too quickly. He clearly has got to be thinking about what happened in that last start, and I think he's probably having trouble sleeping.
Yeah. I mean, he does have, I was looking at his stuff. He doesn't have great velocity, but he does have a curveball that's kind of crafty. It does feel like if he has control issues. Yeah, so I'm thinking that maybe the first 5, look, I'm already on the over. The more we talk about this, the more I might quadruple up, which can be an okay thing to do. I might wind up quadrupling up. And overall on the game, though, you don't think that, what do you think? I was thinking about taking the Dodgers -1. I just think they're in a better team, better spot. And I maybe trust Ferguson just a little bit more than Cologne here, but
I understand the play. So Santa simplifying things, saying Texas smacks lefties, LA the Dodgers smack righties. I think the over is a great spot, and the Dodgers are they're quite a bit better team than the Texas Rangers. I know the Rangers hit lefties. I know that they can be patient with their at bats, and I think they'll make Ferguson work for it.
All right, I'll join you, Jim. How about that? I'm going to join you on the Texas first 5 innings team total over 1.5 -123. I think you're right. I think that even if Ferguson does have a good start, he could have a 5-inning 2-run start, and people be like, "Wow, what a good start from Ferguson!" And you're still cashing it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, if he gets crushed, forget about it. All right, so I'm going to go on the Texas first 5 innings team total over as well. I would also be thinking about. I don't know if I want to quadruple or quintuple up on this one, but I'm also thinking about the first 5 innings over, and also thinking about throwing on the Dodgers -1 as a play. All right, let's move on to another game we want to talk about, Toronto at Tampa Bay. Now, I was looking at this one thinking that Tampa Bay, they got some nice young guys in their lineup. Toronto, as we know, is a team that in general we want to fade. Garcia is a guy that we were looking to fade, but then he proved us wrong, and he's had some nice starts.
But never back-to-back and rarely on the road.
Is that true?
That
I
is
didn't
true.
check. Never back-to-back, really?
Yeah, I mean, I just went over it before I came in here.
Yeah?
And so this is a spot where I know that there was some talk about how he's got his arm strength back and stuff like that. But I truly, I just think that the Jays are a sinking ship, just like Shea Hillebrand wrote on the chalkboard many years ago in our clubhouse. I think that it is happening again. I think the Jays are a sinking ship, and I know that it can be a mistake when you just go right back to the well, because it was a great spot for us yesterday. But I really feel like the Rays have a good vibe in that clubhouse. And the Jays are a sinking ship, and I'm not concerned about going back to this well again. I'm on the Rays full game.
Okay, so yeah, the Jays are a sinking ship, kind of like the USA. So we're looking to, in general, bet against sinking ships, right, Jim? Wow, that came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah, remember, no politics. Our heads in the sand.
Absolutely no. The USA is not a sinking ship. USA is numero uno, baby. All right, so I think I'm going to do it too. I'm going to take Tampa Bay only because the line is so great, and I'm going to take them Tampa Bay -1, and that's going to be, let me see, the best money line here will be at UWager, uwager.eu. If you'd like to take open an account at UWager, please use the link in the description box below. Right, so people will know you found out about it on the Loshak and the Bag show. And if you don't know if you'd like to sign up with UWager or not, which is totally understandable, go to sportsbookreview.com and read all about it. All right, -108 is the best money line at UWager. And what are you taking them on, money line?
That's what I'm going to take.
Okay,
Kingu about business. Backing up what I said, just said Garcia's best start on the road was against the Phillies, and they still lost that game.
Yeah, all right. So I'm going to get a pretty decent underdog line here. The -1 line here, the best line for Tampa Bay will be +180, and that's at the Greek line shopping here at SBR Odds. So I'm going to be getting like about a +135 or so line here. And Jim is just taking Tampa Bay on the money line at -108. All right, and I was also just very quickly, I was also thinking about maybe a shot with the over. Tampa Bay is hitting Toronto, a sinking ship, but they can produce a couple runs here and there, second inning, fifth inning, whatever, right?
Brad Summersell says, love the over in Blue Jays race. Mr. Gokster says, like the over.
Like the over. All right, I'm going to take it. I mean, I bet it. You know what I'm saying? I bet the over. It's definitely one of my leans, so I'm going to take that one as well. Over 8 -110. That is the current line at Pinnacle. So I'm on the over. I'm on Tampa Bay -1, and Jim's on Tampa Bay money line -108. I love that we're making a brisk pace here. Jimmy the Bag. Let's see. What else do we have to get to in terms of analysis? Well, let's talk about this. Is a very interesting game. I think it's going to be a pass for me, but it's very interesting. Angels against Seattle, right? Now, haters, as I've said from day one, it's okay to be a hater. You know what I'm saying? If we have haters, I just throw the MLB and NHL records back at them. You know what I'm saying? But if they want to hate on me for my NBA record, that's fine. I was a hater on Leak, and look what happened.
He's pitching great.
Look what happened. So how do we feel about Leak now? Are we still haters?
Just a crafty veteran that makes me extremely uncomfortable. So at this point, when I see Leak in a game, I'm gonna back off. A lot of cappers liked the Angels as a play of the day yesterday, and they got out to that 2-0 lead, and the Mariners still took care of business. They're continuing to win close ball games, and they're a difficult team to cap right now. What's Barria gonna do with the Angels? I find this tricky.
Yeah. It is kind of tricky. I'm going to pass on it. I guess wanted to bring it up because I was just very curious to see what you and everyone else would have to say about Leak, and are we a buyer on him going forward? I mean, part of it is for real. He's getting a lot of grounders. Now, as we know, guys who get a lot of grounders, when their ground ball pitches are not working, they turn into batting practice pitchers. You've seen that with sinker ballers going back from day one, and these ground ball pitchers, when they don't have their stuff working, that's when you start to get 1 2/3 innings, 9 earned run type starts. We will probably see that from Leak at some point in the very, very near future. Trying to time when that'll happen. I don't know if it's tonight.
Yeah, it's tricky. Tomor says, I think Leak is on borrowed time. He had 3 or fewer strikeouts in 4 of his last 5 starts. Tough game to bet. I mean, he continually has very low strikeouts. He's a tough guy to figure out right now. Susana says LA at +105 is a good price. Anthony L, great capper, says Angels. I'm comfortably staying off this. Isan Solfagar says, I was on Seattle yesterday. A little bit scary with a lot of people on LA, and we knew that they were traveling all the way from Tampa. It was a very impressive victory. CC Fitness says Angels 6-1, last 7 against righties. Marcus Colon says Seattle wins, no Simmons or Ohtani. Yeah, and then Mitchell Chaga says, not sure if there's any value on it, but I seriously think the Mariners could take the division. The lineup is stacked. I don't think their lineup is stacked, but they're clearly playing well. Every time I think Healy's going to hit 210, and for just a tiny bit of power, he comes up and hits a nice homer. Cruz hit 2 homers yesterday. My man Kingu says, first half under, Angels are the play today. Last time Leak was pounded was against Anaheim. And then Isan Silvergari says, hard to fade Barry, a tough game. And then look at Anthony L. stats. Mariners are ridiculous. 18 games over 500 with a plus 22 run differential.
Yeah, so they're in for some regression there, is what he's implying. All right, so once again, let's review the picks that we have officially given. I'm going to identify some of the leans that I'm thinking about, and Jim will add some more picks. So far, Jim has added, this is not including the morning show picks, Tampa Bay moneyline minus 108. Texas first half moneyline plus 163. Quite the ballsy play there, in my opinion. Dodgers over 8, and Texas first 5 innings, team total over 1.5 minus 123. I have added Tampa Bay over 8, Tampa Bay minus 1, Dodgers game over 8, Dodgers first 5 innings, team total over 2.5, and Texas first 5 innings, team total over 1.5. Now here are the leans that I'm thinking about. I am thinking about throwing on Philly at minus 1, which would be about plus 105 or so. I am thinking about throwing on the Yankees at minus 1, which would be about minus 125 or so. Thinking about the Yankees on the second half money line, which would be about minus 110. Thinking about first 5 innings, team total over Yankees, first 5 innings, team total over Washington, and first 5 innings over in the Washington-New York game. So I guess most of my leans right now involve the Yankees and the Washington game. Also thinking about whether I want to take a shot with Cincinnati KC second half under 3.5. Thinking about whether I want to double up with Cleveland and take a minus 1. Thinking about taking San Francisco team total over, and that's about it. So most of my leans, I guess, involve the Yankees games. What do you think, Jim?
I like your leans. I understand why they're there. I'm uncomfortable with that Phillies Rockies spot. I'm uncomfortable with it. I've also had a tough time with that Yankees Nats spot. I wouldn't mind focusing on what I do feel good about and want to
let's hear that. Let's hear that.
I'd like to go back to some of your leans. I'm taking the over in Pirates Diamondbacks. I have no idea how Buchholz is doing this. Trevor Williams is being touched. He's throwing 90 miles an hour.
No idea. Couldn't hazard a guess.
Take
a wild guess, Jimmy the Bag. I know you don't like to think that way.
I don't like thinking that way. No.
Take a wild fucking guess, Jim the Bag.
No, I'm not going to. HGH. I'm not going to. Trevor Williams.
Trembolone, baby.
Trevor Williams is being touched. My man Twadi Latte, who's got such a good feel for what's going on in this Pirates team, doesn't think that's going to end anytime soon. He's given up 4 or more earned runs in 5 of his last starts, 6.06 ERA over that time, 8.50 ERA over his last 4 starts. I feel like he's going to get touched, and Buchholz has been very surprising. I also think that if there is more violence in this game, and we have to go to the bullpens early and stuff like that, I think that will also lead to more offense. Jim Tobleson says, love that play. And here's Twadi saying, total runs over under. He's taking the Pirates to touch Buchholz, over 3.5. I'm just going to take the full game over here comfortably and confidently. And I know it's a split line. Is it still a split?
Let's see. I am definitely passing on this game. This one makes me nervous. The line is 8.5 or 9. What were you thinking about?
Well, I would prefer an 8.5.
8.5 minus 120, 9 plus 103. Oh, no, 8.5 minus 115 at Intertops, 9 plus 103.
I will take 8.5.
All right, Arizona over 8.5 minus 115. Everywhere else has 120, but Intertops has minus 115. This is why line shopping is so important. Line shopping is so important. 8.5 minus 115. All right, Jimmy Bag, what else are you liking, Jim?
I'm taking the under in Padres Cardinals. Nicholas is pitching very well, and if it comes to a bullpen game, I trust this Padres bullpen way more than the Rays, even though, and we've seen the Rays record. It's not really that good when they've done these bullpen days, even though I'm betting on them today with the bullpen day. I really like this Padres bullpen. Strom's handled these starts quite well. The only issue is Jose Martinez is extremely hot for the Cards. 17 for his last 32. It looks like Ozuna is about to heat up, but Carpenter still is not hitting. This offense is still not hitting on all cylinders, dealing with some injuries, and I like the under here. I like it quite a bit.
All right, so we can give you a 8.5 minus 105. This one, I don't really know how I feel about it. It makes me nervous, but Mikolas obviously is awesome. And it's, 8.5 minus 105 is the line right now at Pinnacle. We can give you that one. All right, what else do we want to discuss here, Jim?
Well, I did want to Yes, sorry. I am, and it does concern me. And everything I think that you've said is valid. But the more I look into Sal Romano and Ian Kennedy, I just think they're going to get touched. Yes, this Royals offense is not hitting on all cylinders. Soler is expected to be back in the lineup. I need to double check that actually. But I think that this Reds offense can get rolling. There's players on this, in this lineup that I like and I expect to hit. And Romano just can't be trusted. 7.45 ERA in 6 May starts. I probably should have taken this earlier. I would have got a much better line. But I am going to pull the trigger on the full game over.
All right, on
Reds Royals.
Reds Royals. Let me just line shop here. A full game over, Jim. Jesus Christ! What about just the first half over? You're getting the Reds lineup and the Royals lineup at 9.5. Bet online is all the way up to 10. You really want that, Jim?
I do.
Jesus. All right. Okay. Jim's going to take KC over 9.5. The least we can do is line chop for him. Let's see. What can we get here? Minus 119. Minus 119 at Pinnacle. All right. Over 9.5. Minus 119 at Pinnacle. Anything else you want to talk about, Jim?
Yes. But I believe... Oh, yes. I would like to see what you can find me for the Indians' first 5 team total against Shields.
Okay, let's see. Well, at Pinnacle, probably, let's see. It's 3 plus 111, which is a nice underdog line there. It's moved to 3. Look at that. I beat the line move. And anyone who tailed me in the morning show got 2.5 minus 115, which is what I bet it at. Very, very nice. Is that what the line was? That's when I bet it. Yeah. 2.5 minus 115. Damn. Very nice to beat these line moves. Now it's 3 minus 105 at Heritage, but 3 plus 111 at Pinnacle. And I will tell you that if I hadn't gotten to 2.5 minus 115 and I had to take 3 plus 111, I'd probably do it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so too. I'm just going to quickly check Bet365 and see if they can possibly.
Okay, you do that, Jimmy the Bag.
What am I talking about? Oh yeah, first 5 total.
Anthony L with a comment that at first glance seems like a jokey kind of comment, but as we know, there's a little truth in every joke. No, there's not, but in this one there is. Anthony L says lineups don't matter when both pitchers are trash. LOL. That's actually kind of true though. You know what I'm saying? When you have a weak MLB lineup, that's a weak lineup against MLB level starting pitchers that are for the most part on their game. When you have an MLB line, you take the worst MLB lineup and put them up against some AAA starting pitchers. That's going to be a lineup that's going to be smashing the ball over the field. So even though that was a joke, Anthony L., there's a lot of truth to that joke, and that is absolutely true. You might be on the right side here, Jim.
Yeah, I feel comfortable with it. I really do, and I understand your worry for me. I understand, but I do feel comfortable about it. My man King, who says Reds offense been averaging 4 more runs for the last 10 games. That's a good over KC Cincinnati.
Brad Summersell says local guy that's been on fire just dropped a dime. That's $1,000 for the uninitiated and the over in Reds Royals.
Yeah, and so, yes, but now Tomor says Shields has been able to pitch out of trouble at home, and he has great numbers against lefties. I think he has a solid start here off one of his worst starts of the year.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that he's dealing with something he's been dealing with the last couple of years, and that's arm fatigue.
Yes.
We've seen him do that late before the All-Star break last year, and I think that same thing's happening again. It's a big deal to him to log 200 innings each year, and I respect that. And I respect all the things he's saying on this losing ball club, but I feel like the losses are going to come. Yeah,
Tom Marino, that's a good point. He says he's been able to put out of trouble and has great numbers against lefties. Tom Marino, Shields was impressive. I thought he was going to be an auto fade from week 1, and he wasn't. He did some nice things, but I'm with Jim here. I think that I'm fading him here not because of the spot. I'm fading him here because I just think that Shields, it's probably a good bet that he's about to embark on a bit of decline here. Walter Trotter says, I smell a big sexy win. Well, Jimmy the Bag smells at least a first 5 innings win for big sexy. Teddy B says, Loshak, you're on the Colorado Phillies over 7. No, I'm not. I didn't bet that one. I didn't even consider that one. You want to talk about that game, Jim? Because I was thinking the Phillies would be a nice play here. A lot of people seem to be liking Colorado. I know Colorado has been great on the road, and especially as an underdog is where they tend to have value, but I'm not quite seeing it. Why do people like Colorado so much?
Well, Lathrop put it very simply and succinctly this morning when he said Nola is a sinker ball pitcher, and the Rockies hit those guys. Now, John Gray, I feel like I'm waiting for him to be the ace that I know he's capable of being.
Sure.
And that last start was not good enough for me. I'm not going to take the Rockies, but that was my initial move early today was to take them on the big dog line, but I'm not. I can understand Nola at home. He's pitching extremely well. But I do think the Rockies are a live dog. The Phillies' offense is just not hitting and can't be counted on. They can't be counted on to get the big hit, to hit for power. They're very questionable, and that's why I find it interesting that Michael Franco is no longer getting at bats. When at least he does give power. But what they're saying is that we're not creating a lot of offense, so we're going to have our best fielders, our best defenders there to back up our best pitcher. That's what I assume, seeing Kingery and the other kid. Sorry, his name's escaping me right now. JP something, whatever. That's why they're in the lineup every day. So I see it's a very low total, and John Gray's not pitching great. Let's see what Big Tank the Gangster says. Says Gray was called out by the GM today to step it up.
Look at this. Brad Summersell says, got so drunk last night I overslept and missed the early show. Gonna have to give up drinking. Can't miss the shows. We're like inspiring people. We're like AA up in here. We're like inspiring people to give up their other vices. You know what I'm saying? We should look into that. We should look into that, Jim. Isan Zolfagari says, guys, I don't like Toronto long-term, but they are hitting a little bit better now. I'm on Toronto first 5 plus a half run line. Yeah, I mean, part of the reason I'm taking Tampa Bay here is just because it's such a low number. I have not done well getting suckered in by some of these odds recently, but all right. Yeah, I'm on the over, so hopefully if they win, it'll be a high-scoring game. All right, I'm just scanning.
I never pulled the trigger on that Cleveland Indians first 5 over. And the full game does interest me. What is that full game over there, Cleveland?
And here we go. So Sana says Dodgers lineup stacked tonight. Over looks like the play. I might wind up throwing on some other plays on that one. All right, so what do you want, Jim?
10.5. I can't make first 5 team totals with my book.
Okay, but you can give them in the show.
I certainly can. And I do think that that Shields gets touched here. I'm a little concerned about the amount of bets that I've been adding on right now, but I will take the over 3 first 5 at plus, what was it, 111?
Don't be concerned about that, Jim. Just be concerned about the expected, your EV in the bets and your reasoning behind your expectations of value. That's all you got to worry about, Jim. Feel me?
I feel you, man.
Feel me?
I feel you, man.
Should I start opening the show by saying, it's your boy, Peter Loshak? How about, would that be lame or would that be, what do you think? Like, hey, it's your boy, Peter Loshak. How about,
no, it doesn't sound right.
No. Okay. But feel me sounds okay, right? I'm okay delivering that, right?
The more you question it, the less I like
really?
it.
Okay. All right, Jimmy the Bag. What do you want here? You want the...
I will take the over 3 first 5 at plus 111.
All right, we'll give Jim that one. Cleveland, first 5 innings, team total over 3 plus 111. That is the current line at Pinnacle.
You know, I'm not going to lie. Getting 4 runs off of Shields in the first 5 is not that easy.
Yeah.
If I can't get that at 2.5, I'm not going to take it.
Okay, so now you don't want it.
Yeah,
all right.
I just don't feel. I mean, 4 runs in 5 innings. Yes, I probably expect them to do it, but I just don't feel like I'm getting enough value here. Being able to hit that 3 spot like you did makes sense to me, but no, I thank you for scratching that off. I don't want that.
All right, let's see. Other comments coming in, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, there's this talk about, God, it was crazy what Bobby Robinson is saying about what's happening in Ottawa. It's a totally different subject, and we don't have time. Kevin K saying over 3 is hard. What's going on in Ottawa, just I could not believe what I was reading, but we don't have time to get into that. But
Yanks Guy 30 says, can you guys do a segment on EV and the Kelly calculator? Yes, we should do that. Of course, in the tools section at SBR, at the SBR family of sites, you can see a lot of tools that are very useful. I definitely use them myself, and learning how to use them will educate about a lot of the concepts behind sports betting. Their calculators, parlay calculators. The Kelly calculator is essential. I absolutely use the Kelly calculator, and I could definitely do a segment on that. Not in the show, but like maybe a standalone segment or something like that. Absolutely, one of the best parts of the SBR family of sites. Check out the tools section, and there's also descriptions in the tools about how to use them and what they all mean. There are things like a Poisson calculator, right? A Poisson calculator. That's how you figure out the odds of something that's not likely to happen, like a safety in football. Very interesting shit there. The tools section at sbrforum.com. And Yanks Guy 30. I would love to do that at some point, and maybe we will. Not in a show, but probably in a standalone video. All right, what else do we have? We have
some people talking about it's your boy Loshak line. DJ Big Boss, whom I trust implicitly, says you need more enthusiasm when you hit it.
Okay, sell it more is what he's saying. You got to sell it. You got to believe in it. Yes, thank you so much, DJ Big Boss.
So can we hear a line read? Can we get a line
I have to practice it in the mirror, a little bit. But thank you so much, everyone. Yes, DJ Big Boss. I understand. More enthusiasm. You got to sell it because if you don't believe it, ain't no one else going to believe it, right, Jim?
You're absolutely
absolutely right. All right, so Jim, what else do we? Well,
I'm staying off the Red Sox-Orioles game. It took a lot of time. Although I feel like the Red Sox are a much better team, but their offense doesn't look to be rolling. As soon as Mookie starts rolling, then I guess I can take them on these run line spots. The run line that seemed the most appealing to me, when I was going. Although a lot of people were talking about how much they like the Giants here, and I'm very comfortable with the spot that I have them in. But it was the Cardinals, but. With Mikolas, I mean, I guess you could get if they get 4 runs, they could cover that.
He's just really in a groove, man.
He really is.
He really is in a groove. It just seems like until he gets injured, he's gonna keep. That ship's gonna sail until and unless he gets injured.
Also, this Padres team was the team that couldn't find a spot for him. So maybe he pitched very well against the Padres last time. Kevin K says Hess gets crushed. But then Alex comes in and says Baltimore-Boston game stays well under.
Okay, how about this? Here's the plus money. Plus money says, Pete, you guys are firing today. Yes, we are. Please run down the plays again. I can't keep up. Okay, plus money, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to quickly run down all the plays from the morning show, then all the plays that everyone that we've added today, and then I'm going to run down some of the leans that I'm still thinking about, okay?
Absolutely.
Just for plus money. All right, sure. Again, in the morning show, I gave Minnesota-Detroit first half under 5, San Francisco first 5 innings, team total over 2, San Francisco-Miami first 5 innings over 4.5. Cubs-Milwaukee, first 5 innings over 5. Cubs, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5, plus 113. And Cleveland, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5, minus 115. Those were all the plays from the morning show. Jim gave Minnesota-Detroit, first 5 innings under, and San Francisco, first 5 innings, run line, minus a half. Those are all the plays from the morning show. From the afternoon show, Jim added on St. Louis under 8.5. Tampa Bay money line minus 108. Arizona over 8.5. Texas first 5 innings money line plus 163. The most interesting play of the day in my opinion. Dodgers over 8. Texas first 5 innings over 1.5. And KC over 9.5 minus 119. I added in the evening show Tampa Bay minus 1. Tampa Bay over 8. Dodgers over 8. Dodgers, first 5 innings, team total over, and Texas, first 5 innings, team total over 1.5 as well. The plays I'm thinking about, again, in the Yankees game, I'm thinking about taking Yankees second half, Yankees minus 1, and first 5 inning overs in both team totals and the full game, and the first 5 inning, both teams over. Also thinking about throwing on Philly minus 1. That is definitely a lean play that I'm thinking about. And in the Dodgers game, also thinking about taking quintupling up, taking Dodgers minus 1, thinking about taking Dodgers and Texas first 5 innings over as well. Other plays I'm thinking about, leans, Cincinnati, KC, second half under. Other plays I'm thinking about, I guess throwing on Cleveland minus 1 or maybe the Cleveland White Sox first 5 innings over, but I'm probably going to stay off of that one. San Francisco second half is another play that I'm thinking about, and that's pretty much it for my leans, except for, I guess, St. Louis, taking St. Louis minus 1, even at the high line, just a believer in Mikolas just being a guy who's just rolling right now in almost an Adam Wainwright-esque kind of way. I mean, if this is Adam Wainwright instead of Mikolas with the exact same season-long numbers, no question I would be on St. Louis here, minus 1. You know what I'm saying? Change the name, boom.
Interesting. Yeah, I hear what you're saying there. I feel quite comfortable with the under. I've been falling more and more for this Padres bullpen. But I hear what you're saying. I just still don't trust this Cardinals offense enough. And I've been burnt by their bullpen on run lines. It happened last week, happened while you were gone. They were up 6-4. There was a rain delay. They came back and had to win the game in extra innings and cost me the minus 1.5. So I don't feel... I just don't trust the team. I think they're a good baseball team. Don't get me wrong. And I think that they'll be in the wild card race. And but I just don't trust them. What I would like when I'm going to take minus 1.5, I want to know that the offense can make it easier for me. And I just don't trust. The only guy hitting is Jose Martinez. I watched the game last night. When Ozuna hit that 2-run home run to give me the over 4.5, it was a fortunate play. They weren't creating a lot of offense. They weren't there wasn't a lot of runners on base. I just can't count on them.
Absolutely. Twate Latte with an interesting question about a general betting theory, which we will get into, and then I'm going to make my decisions on the Yankees game. Aspera Twalate says, how does one determine how much of an advantage you have? I've lost many games I thought I was on the right side of. Kelly can blow me. Latte Latte, here's the answer to that. The answer to that is, of course, when you're actually handicapping a game, unless you have an actual arbitrage situation going on, when you're handicapping a game, you, of course, don't know exactly what your edge is. What you want to do, though, is be able to approximate it. You want to be able to estimate it accurately and intelligently, and the way to do that is to understand the principles that underlie the Kelly process, the Kelly criterion. So the answer is Twate Latte. Most handicappers, even guys with models, don't know what their exact edge is, but based on Kelly principles, they can make an educated guess and an educated approximation, and that's what is, in fact, so valuable.
That was well done.
Thank you so much, Jimmy the Bag.
And Kelly can blow you.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't question that.
And the reason I did that was because I did want to procrastinate just a few seconds more on this Yankees game. Go ahead, Jim.
We have more stuff on this Yankees game. CC Fitness coming in. And it's interesting that he's leading this direction because I start at first glance this morning, I was liking runs in this game, and the more I studied the game, the more I looked at it, the more I felt like maybe the under is the spot, and I'm not going to make a move on it. But CC Fitness says Nats under in 9 straightaway games. Yeah, Yankees under in last 6. Rourke doesn't allow home runs. CC has been solid, and both Pens are pitching well. Now I don't trust CC, but I know that the Nats don't hit lefties very well.
Yeah. All right, I'm definitely going to take the Yankees on the second half at -110. Second half money line, -110. That is definitely a play that I will make. Who made that comment? CC Fitness, right? Yeah, nice comment, CC Fitness. This is, Yankee Stadium, it has a reputation of being a big hitter-friendly park, which in some spots it is, but it also can play a little bit bigger than normal. A lot of pitchers and hitters say that when it first came out. I don't know. CC has been solid. Both Pens are yes, pitching well and good. I was not thinking about the full game over at all. I was just thinking about first 5 innings overs.
Yeah, this guy's saying the same thing. It says, I can see the under in this game.
I can certainly see it up as well. All right, I will definitely take the Yankees a second half -110 as an official pick. Other stuff that's coming in, the Dodgers game. You know what? I am going to take the Dodgers -1, Jim. If it loses, that's okay, but I'm going to take them -1. In case Cologne gets lit up, I'm going to take the Dodgers -1. The money line part of that -173. That's the current line at Bet Online, and the run line part of that for the Dodgers is going to be +121. That's the current line at Pinnacle. So that's not even that big of a favorite line there. It's a unit and a little bit more. Dodgers -1. If it loses, I will be okay with that.
Yeah, and hopefully, both Andujar and Sanchez out of the lineup for the Yankees. Sanchez maybe needs a break. He's just not hitting. Now, before I go into this A's-Astros game, which I really want to discuss, there's been a lot of people on the chat today asking about this Contender Series on Tuesday nights that they're doing for UFC MMA. Are you going to be doing any capping on that as we move forward?
For Tuesday nights, right?
Yeah, this Contender Series.
What day is today?
Tuesday. I just mean like in general, like that's what they've been asking. Like next Tuesday after that. Are you in
I wasn't planning on it, but if people want it, we're going to do it. If people want it, I'm going to fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go to marketing and say, I'm handicapping this anyway. Why don't we get Andreas Hale and we'll do a video on this one every Monday? Do people really want it? People want that?
They do.
People are requesting
Greg Hardy's fighting tonight.
Unbelievable. So people are just like, no, don't do WNBA, but please do the Contender Series in UFC. We'll do it.
No, we had a tough time handling UFC without you. They got Anna Marak Clint and old Bill Buttlicker came in and did a lot of good work. But people are interested in it. And there's your boy Loshak.
Yes, and
there's your boy.
It's your boy Loshak who will be doing some handicapping of the UFC Contender Series on Tuesday nights. Bill Buttlicker says, I'll help you. Gonna get some help from Bill Buttlicker. Thank you so much. Yes, I will look into that. I will definitely look into that. Anna Marak says more MMA, baby. A lot of people love. Yeah, people who like NBA love MMA.
Kentucky says fucking do it.
All right, we'll do it.
Isaiah says we want it.
We want it. And we're also going to increase our coverage of WNBA. You guys want that? No, they don't want that. I think some do though, actually.
Well, Walter Trotter says more WNBA.
Yeah, we're going to cover WNBA. All right, let's see. What else do we have here going on? Paco Healy says esports, please. I would love to. That just is going to take a little bit of time to figure out what to do, but I really want to cover esports. Oh, is he kidding?
Yeah, he's just
Oh, see, I'm not kidding. I'm like, I really want to learn about esports. Okay, Jimmy the Bag.
Want to talk about this A's game?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So the guys, who I run with in love, and you guys know, I Twatty Latte, No Chitoda, and they are really down on Mengden. And so I think that he's capable of great starts. And seeing them down on Mengden and not liking the A's in this spot was not. It was difficult. I thought that I truly felt like there was value here with the A's, but I'm not going to make a move on this game. The wind's blowing out. I'm curious to see what McCullers is going to do. I just feel like Mengden has some issues. Obviously, when he pitched in his hometown, got just destroyed. He had a problem pitching at home for so long, and now he's pitching great at home. I feel like there's value here. He's got a 1.02 whip. I like Mengden, but I'm not going. Anwar Parker says take the A's. Anthony Al says Astros run line. Jim Tolbison says Houston money line. Gil Gates says, how do you guys feel about taking Saudi Arabia against Russia? We are going to be hammering that, and our first day of using it as a full thing will be on tomorrow's afternoon show, and then from then on, World Cup will be a section in all of our shows. Kobe Valentine taking the A's on the reverse run line.
Yeah, that is a game. There's two issues here that keep in mind. First of all, Mengden way better at home than on the road this year, right? He just seems to know how to do what he needs to do to keep hitters down. And Houston, again, going from a park that is very friendly to hitters into one of these, West Coast parks where explosive offenses can go to temporarily die. You know what I'm saying? Near-death experiences they have in all these parks: San Francisco, San Diego, Oakland, all these places. A lot of these big offenses, the Yankees, Houston, they can go over there and suddenly disappear for an entire series, come back to, fucking St. Louis or back home, Baltimore or whatever, and all of a sudden they're putting up 10 runs a game again. You know what I'm saying? So this is a tough game. I'm staying off it. I'm just going to stay off it.
I hear that. Yeah, Ulysses says fade the A's. Jay Peach says nope. Astros run line. I'm not going to make a move here. Jim Bean says Oaktown wins. And then Joe D giving us straight up stats. Altuve 9 for 17. Correa. Is Correa even going to be
I don't know. Lineup? I saw he was questionable or something like that.
Yeah. I don't even know if he's going to be in the lineup. I do have the Rangers plus 163 on the first 5. So I do got a big dog, on my card today. But I like Mengden. Triple Beam says Mengden's walk rate is sexy. But here's another. Anthony Al says not a Mengden fan. Young Vaughn just says assholes. I don't know who he's speaking of.
Okay, probably talking about us, Jim. In the meantime, I am going to take San Francisco on the second half. I'm going to throw that one on there. San Francisco, second half, minus 125. Make sure that is still available here. Second half, minus 125. Yeah, at a bookmaker. I'll throw that one on. San Francisco, second half, minus 125. I'm going to hold off on that second half under with Cincinnati KC, although it's very tempting. And I think I might quintuple up on this Texas Dodgers game. I might throw on the first 5 innings over as well. I've already got both of the team total overs. It just feels like one of these guys is going to get hit, right? Ferguson or Cologne. And I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
LA Dodgers, first 5 innings, over 4.5, and that will be minus 115 at Heritage. First 5 innings, over 4.5, minus 115. So I'm like quintupling up on this game. I got Dodgers minus 1. I got the full game over. I got the first 5 innings over, and I got both of the first 5 innings team total over. So that's an official quintuple up.
Jesus.
I have a feeling that like my triple ups are a jinx. My quadruple ups can be okay, and my quintuple ups, we'll see. This is the first one.
Yeah, if your triple ups are a jinx, and how do you get to plus 40 units? Come on.
There you go. Jimmy the Bag. There you go. Jimmy the Bag. There you go.
Anil Frank says, I hardly get to comment when I listen to the morning show at work, but I got out early today.
Shout out to Anil Frank
running with us. Ron Walsek, another guy whom I love, thoroughbred handicapper, says, Oakland reverse money line. Thanks, Jimmy. I'm not pulling the trigger, but he is more than willing to pull this trigger. Scotty Rock says Correa will be in the lineup. Joe D says the over is 7-2 in the Astros' last 9 overall. And Kentucky says, Jimmy, goddamn fat fingers.
I don't know what that means. Yes, Anil Frank likes the Yankees second half. Anil Frank says, Pete, I got Yankees minus 125 on the overnight. Anil, I don't remember what I got, but I'll admit I bet the Yankees and Philly minus 1, both on the overnight line. So hopefully I don't get burned by that. Brad Summersell says Yanks are very good with a day of rest and first game of series at home. I'm thinking the Yankees might be a good play here. I know a couple guys are out from their lineup, but
I guess I have the answer and the whether or not I get to finger bang Kentucky.
Let me see. What I'm just looking around. I'm just scanning. Any comments that you want to address here, Jim?
Yes, Walter Trotter is at Big Boss's home right now. We're not sure if Big Boss knows that. That's the second time he's mentioned it. Hopefully there was an invite.
Is that true?
That is true. Big Boss is at the beach. DJ Big Boss says, what's up with the low bag weekly contest?
I don't know. What are you talking? What is there? Is there one?
Sure.
Is there one?
Sure.
I haven't even heard about this.
Maybe we need one.
Or he's just making it. He just made that up on the spot, which is not a bad idea. What kind of contest would we have?
I don't know. We're gonna have to think about it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. DJ Big Boss. DJ Big Boss is at the beach.
Yeah,
the beach does him well. DJ Big Boss with some great comments at the beach. Let's see.
Kobe Valentine on Oakland -1.5 with Ron Walsek on that reverse run line, and Colorado -1.5, 2 reverse run lines. Very, very interesting. Marquise Brandon saying, what about Mike Leake? That's what we've been talking about for a lot of this show. What about Mike Leake? What are you going to get from him? A guy I don't want to put my money on, but he's pitching well. Quality start after quality start.
Yeah, definitely.
Jay Peach saying the Astros over easy money. What is it's got to be a low line with McCullers and Mengden. Is it? Is the total low?
The Astros over. Let me see. It's not what you might think. 8.5. Greek has 8. Bet365 has 8. That's kind of telling.
Wow. Yeah, La Music Vivo says Braves lock of the day. Interesting.
All right, I'm staying off of that game for sure. And you know what? I will also add on the Yankees. I just feel like at this line, I know the line's going down, but I think that's just because of the guys who are sitting out for the Yankees. Is CC going to get crushed here? Like what? Is he okay?
He's not been looking great.
He's not been looking great?
No, I mean, no, he's not. Let me just go over all my notes for him right now. Not a guy I trust, but 3.59 ERA, 1.18 WHIP. Remember, he had a great start to the season. He had an okay start Tuesday against Toronto, at Toronto. 2 runs, 3 hits in 7 innings.
Yeah, he might get crushed here.
He needed that because remember, it followed a 3-game stretch where before that start in Toronto, he allowed 16 runs in 14 in the third. And so when he came off the DL, remember, he had sparkling numbers.
Yeah.
And then he got touched, 16 runs in 14 in the third. Now he's always pitched the Nationals well, 2-1 with a 2.25 ERA and 3 career starts. And the Nationals don't hit lefties. But no, I don't trust Sabathia, and I would not put my money on him.
Okay, you know what I am going to do, though? I am going to take, I know the Nats don't hit lefties, but I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take the Nats on the first 5 innings team total over, which combines with my Yankees on the second half play. I'm not sure. I just trust Sabathia here, even though I know the Yankees, the Nats don't hit lefties. It's just a 2 -104, so I'm going to add that one on there. Washington, first 5 innings, team total over 2 -104. That's the current line at Pinnacle, so that's another play that I'm throwing on there. Very tempted to take the Yankees -1 as well. Yankees to come back late, but I guess I'm going to pass on that one.
Yeah, Twali Latte saying that CC and Bartolo were seeing an old country buffet. Yeah, I don't miss American buffets. Golden Corral, I'll never go to again. Anil Frank says Yankees will touch Rourke, and if they don't, they will touch the Nats bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, the Nats bullpen has been a little bit better, though, recently.
Jim Bean says Rourke will get blasted.
Yeah. All right, you know what? I bet it. And it's in my leans column as well. So I will take the Yankees -1. I did bet that one. Let me just find what that line is there. The best money line right now, it is headed down. BetMania -143 on the money line, -143 on the money line. And then the run line for the Yankees is going to be, the best line will be +137 at Pinnacle. So that's almost even money there for the Yankees. It was -125 in the morning show. Now that's going to be close to even money on the Yankees -1 line. I think Sabathia does get hit, but if he does, then I like that I have the Washington first 5 innings team total over and the Yankees on the second half money line. So I'm okay. If Sabathia has a good game, then probably the Washington first 5 innings team total over and the second half are looking iffy, but the Yanks -1 is looking good. So, a little bit of anti-correlated hedge stuff going on there, which I do sometimes, and that's what I'm going to do with that one. And then the Philly-Colorado game. You guys really don't like Philly here, huh?
Their offense is very soft right now. Can't be counted on and can't be trusted, and I just can't put my money on them, even when they have Nola starting. In fact, now when we can get through Nola, they're going to be a fade candidate for me. I think we can get value fading them, especially at home, where they have that sparkling record, which I don't have the notes right in front of me, but they just look so good on the at home, and Nola is on his way to a possible 20-11 at home. And he's on his way to a possible Cy Young nomination. I just don't trust. I don't trust this Phillies offense. They look very bad. Their numbers keep going down. They're now hitting .692 OPS. Yeah,
I was thinking about taking Colorado on the second half at -115, and that might be a last minute play here for me as well. It's actually now down to -110 at Heritage, and I will take that one. I'll throw that one on there as well. Colorado second half -110. So I have a shit ton of plays that are going tonight, Jim. Anything else you want to add on? Well, and I will review everything though. What's going on? What's so funny?
Oh no, Kentucky talking about my fat fingers. Elo Rodriguez says I like the Nats this month. I've been betting them blind, and he says that the Nats lefty stats will get better. Triple Beam says Nats are tough, man. And Zigzag Man got food poisoning at the Golden Corral.
Nice, excellent. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? No, that's not. No, that's terrible. That's terrible. Sorry about that. Sorry that happened to you. Corral. Okay, Corral Man. All right, so let's review all the plays that we have given in the afternoon show. A shit ton. In addition to the plays from the morning show, Jim. Once again, St. Louis under 8.5. Tampa Bay money line. Arizona over 8.5. Texas first 5 innings money line +163. Dodgers over 8. KC over 9.5. And Texas first 5 innings. Team total over 1.5. I've added just a massive amount of plays here. In addition to my 6 plays from the morning show, Tampa Bay -1, Tampa Bay over, Yankees second half -110, Yankees -1, and Washington team total, first 5 innings team total over 2. I've also added Texas first 5 innings team total over 1.5, Dodgers first 5 innings team total over 2.5, Dodgers and Texas first 5 innings over 4.5, Dodgers -1, and the Dodgers full game over 8 -118, and I think and also added San Francisco second half -125, and Colorado second half -110. So a ton of plays that I've added on, and hopefully it'll all come out in the wash, and I'll have another bunch of positive units to add onto my record tomorrow. What do you think, Jim?
I just think that it's absolutely wonderful to have you back.
Thank you so much.
Our chat missed you dearly.
So much.
And I feel complete and will now be able to sleep at night. King Rail has stopped by. He's got some stuff going on, dealing with something, but wanted to give the chat his plays on WNBA, and there's been some talk about his plays on WNBA. So why don't I? Are you ready to move on?
Yeah. We're ready to move on to WNBA once again. I gave 2 picks in the morning show. I gave Indiana on the money line -147. I bet it at -2. I didn't want to take 2.5 or 3 in the morning, so I just took the money line at -147. But that line is still moved. It's now up to 3.5 or 4. And I also gave the under on that one at 161.5, and I believe that line has moved again. So I'm liking Indiana to finally get a win here, and I beat the line move even on the morning show line. I gave it at -147, now up to -167. So a 20-cent line move on that one, and I bet it at -2. So I got a good line there. And then the total I'm looking at right now, again, I gave it at 161.5. Let me just see where it is right now. Gave it a 161.5, and that's right where it is. Actually, it's gone up a little bit, so I might be on the wrong side of that total. But and I definitely like the Indiana side more, so we'll see how it turns out. Let's get to King Rail's picks. Where's King Rail?
Picks are Aces first half.
Oh, okay.
Plus 2.5.
Okay.
Mercury money line.
Okay.
And Sky plus 10.5.
Wow. Okay, that is definitely that's some interesting shit right there. Okay, yeah, he likes Phoenix over Dallas. I'm not sure what I think about that. Dallas is obviously an improving team, but Phoenix obviously is great. I really don't have anything to say about any of those games other than I looked at them and didn't feel like there was any angle that I wanted to bet on.
Tomor says, King Rail, I disagree with you on this guy. I think Seattle covers here. They're off a home loss, and they play great at home.
It is a massive line there.
Coco Bongo says Seattle, take the over. It's hit 10 of 12 at home.
Yes, you are getting a 169.5 or 169 at Heritage, which is a huge line. The Greek at 170. So the Greek clearly a lean to the over. Heritage clearly a lean to the under, and everyone else at 169.5. So that's interesting. Those other games I can't really comment on because I just looked at them and didn't really have any opinion on whether I have an edge or not. I did take Indiana under and Indiana -2, and I gave it on a money.
No, Jen says Mercury due for a no-show bad game. Jared Schrader says I'm liking Dallas -2.5 over Phoenix.
Yeah.
Tomor says I'm on Seattle -6 first half. Seattle's off a home loss, and they should be focused against the Sky team not playing well. Roster Damas says I'm going to start looking into this WNBA shit.
Twate Latte said he was considering WNBA. Twate Latte says I was going to bet WNBA, but then I decided to do anything else. Nice. Twate Latte. With the comedy. Like it, Twate Latte. All right, what else do we have?
We have Native Queens. The Oracle has come and given us her place.
Oh,
we have
really?
Native Queens action here, ready to rock.
Oh, shit. Where are her play? Oh, here we go. Cleveland team total over. Okay, I was obviously on that. That's a no-brainer. So Native Queen, not a believer in Shields either. And first 5 over and full game over. Okay. So Native Queen feeling the same way that we are. Oakland first 5 innings, team total over. Wow. To hit McCullers.
Little Junior gonna get touched.
LA Dodgers first 5 team total over. Yes, I'm on that one. San Francisco first 5 innings, team total over. Yes, I gave that one out in the morning. First 5 innings, team total over too. Nice to see that Native Queen is on a lot of my no-brainer plays.
And just up 2 from there, she has more plays.
What does she have?
She has Colorado score first. And first 5 under. That's a low under, right? Isn't that the 3.5?
Yeah. Colorado to score first. So Native Queen a believer in gray today. Wow.
Yeah, and I believe that's a 3.5, right?
Yes, it's 3.5. Not only is it 3.5, it's heavily juiced to the under. 3.5 -130.
Then she has Philly second half and game team, or Philly second half and game and team total over. Wow. So
she thinks Colorado's pen is going to get hit.
Yeah. Wow.
I might have made a mistake giving Colorado second half -110, but one of the positives about giving 15 plays on a card is that if one play is absolutely shit, it's okay. You got 14 other plays to make up for it.
Boston score first at -190. Boston first 5 and game and first 5 team total over.
Damn. All right. Interesting stuff from Native Queen there. All right, Jim, should we move on?
We should. Just a couple last notes, though. Molly Mall saying Oakland, and, it's okay. If I missed on that, I'll be okay. And then just some food for thought before we move on is Luchase Fox talking about his World Cup picks. Very interesting because we know Russia. Saudi Arabia starts Thursday morning. We are going to start giving our picks out tomorrow on the Late Show. Then on Wednesday's Late Show, we're going to have Team Bankroll with us. Luchase Fox has Russia, Argentina, and Brazil. All parlayed on the money line. Okay, very nice. All right, Jimmy the Bag. Can we? Because I want to enter into some picks here before the games go off. Can we wrap this up? Yes, and then we'll have lucrative Larry. Yes, that's it. It is not. No, we're not. We're having it right now. This is it. This is the time. Your favorite time of the show and ours. Oh shit! Lucrative Larry's Plays of the Future, which I was told when I was away on vacation. Lucrative Larry went on quite the run. Is that true? Lucrative Larry, come on, awkwardly down. It did end. The run did come to a halt in Korea. Lucrative Larry, come on down awkwardly, please. Thank you very much. Lucrative Larry, you went on quite the run while I was gone. Is that true? No, okay. Is it still up there? All right. Lucrative Larry, what do you got for us today?
Sorrow and sadness.
Okay.
I lost the streak. But something just doesn't add up. It feels weird. Because I haven't slept for the past 48 hours. I've been grinding nonstop. Just Korean baseball, of course. But it is so weird. I'm gonna go again to the SK Wyverns to beat the Kia Tigers. Okay. Plus 133 at Pinnacle. I'm not leaving William Young Stadium until I get a win.
Okay.
I'm not leaving.
Okay. Lucrative Larry, thank you so much for that. And that is Lucrative Larry's play of the future, and hopefully he'll get a casher on that one. Of course, we will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern time for the Wednesday card. Thank you so much to everyone. We love you. We'll see you then.